Hello, welcome back. And today I want to take you through on how we can create a guy mast over 66 meters high in Cosmos. So if I zoom close over or I just press my window button there, what I want to share with you is we want to set out this one. So you can see here, you can see we have 660 by 660 and 120 angle there, and so we want to set out this on a grid line so that we create the three legs of the Gaimas tower in Cosmos. So let's just sit back where we were in Cosmos. So let me pick on that. Now I had already defined a grid line, and I'll assume that at this time and this time, if you've been following this channel, I don't think creating a grid line in Cosmos will be something hectic to come up with. So let me just double click here so that you see the settings available under grid line. So you can see we have three that at distance of 3 or 330, and on the y the same, but on the various heights on the z-axis I've just left it at 0 because that one will define later on. So having this in place, so we can place the first leg here and the first leg here, and now this one here will be a little bit tricky to place. So I want to create the three legs here. Like if you take a look, let me just come here and click on edit, and I want to just measure this physically. If I come to measure there and I pick on this part, and that part you can see it is actually 0.66. If I mouse over there, you can see 660 millimeter, and another leg should be somewhere here, but we don't want to approximate. So we'll with the aid of creating an angle and intersecting the lines there, will locate that particular part. So I'll come to edit. So under edit, I'll be able to get construction lines here. So I'll pick on the line. So I'll snap there and snap here just to create a line like that. So instead of the line going all the way longer, we can just leave it as it is because it doesn't affect anything. So let's reduce these extensions to maybe just absolute 0 and click apply, so we don't need any extension. So I want to copy this at an angle of 60 degrees. So I'll pick it from that spot. So I'll right click and come to special copy here and just click rotate at an angle. So you can see it will rotate at that angle. So we want to create a rotation point here. So I'll come here and pick on that spot and use that as my rotation point. So I want to copy this at 60 degrees to that direction. So I'll select on it like that, then right click, and I'll select that line. Let me first of all select it. Let me cancel everything. I'll select this, then right click and come to special copy and pick rotate. So once I've picked rotate, I'm going to feed in here an angle 60 degrees. And how many counts do I need? I just need one to that direction. So if I click run like that, I'll be able to see it has turned to a 60 degrees angle. So I want to do the same thing here. So I'll click interrupt to this to disengage myself from that command. And again, I want to shift my rotation point here. I'll select this, then right click and pick copy rotate, and I want to rotate about this particular angle. I'll click on that and just point up and click and right click like that. So I'll close that and come back and select this line here, right click and come to special copy here and pick copy rotate. So I want to rotate about this. So I'm going to rotate it at negative 60 degrees. So I'll prefix that dimension and click run. So if I click run, I'll be able to create an angle here. This is 60, this is 60, this is 60. So somehow it's isosceles. So I want to place I want to place the three legs here. So prior to that, let's just take a measurement to confirm the set out of these three legs. So if I come to measure here and pick on the measure distance, I'll be able to snap on that spot and snap on that spot. You'll be able to see that is 660, and this also is 660. And if I click on that spot and measure this also, this is 660. So if you switch back and try and check that, you can see we have the 660 both ways. So our settings are correct. So let me just come here and start placing the three legs. So the size of that particular leg is approximately, let me see, let me just drag this aside so that you see how that this should be 76.3, but I don't think if you have that in our catalog uh, on commas, but we'll just use the nearest. So I'll come to steel, then come to column, then just snap on that spot. So the moment I snap on that spot, remember the absolute height of each segment is 5.5 meters. So let me just double click on that and check the measurement. So this will change this to 500 millimeter. Let me just close that. Now let me come here and pick on that. This is the nearest, and just pick select and give it an OK here, and we have that in place. So I'll close this. So once I've closed that, what I want to create now is this column here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick on it and come to copy and pick it from that spot and copy special. You can just use the copy or copy special, both ways works. So I'll come to copy special here and pick on linear and snap on that spot and move all the way to that spot and click OK, and we'll click copy, and that's it. So on the next leg, what we are going to do is just to copy rotate this. So how do you copy rotate that? I'll select on it, then right click. And prior to invoking that or setting that out, we need to define the rotation point here. So the rotation point will be somewhere here. So how do you create that? I'll come to edit, then pick on construction line here, and I want to snap on the midpoint here and to the midpoint here. So that might be not accurate enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to redo that. I want to snap on that spot and snap to the center of that line here. Just mouse over there and you'll be able to snap on the center right there. So I'll do the same thing and come back to the object construction line here and just snap here and snap on the center here. Let me just snap on the center here. So we have the rotation point right at the middle here. So I want to copy this column onto this point instead of just picking it to that point. So let me just show you how you can rotate it, pick it, place it that position using angle. So I'm going to pick it, and once I've picked it, I'm going to pick copy special and pick rotate, and I want to define my rotation point as in that location. And I'll come here and change this angle to 120, right, like that, and I just need a copy. So if I click on that, I'll be able to get that, but it has merged with this, which means our angle should be a negative 120. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo that and come back and right click and come to special copy here and pick on rotate. So I'm going to prefix this dimension with a negative. So if I click that, I'll be able to get my column right on that spot. So you can see that we have the three legs in place. So let's meet then on the next presentation, where I'll be placing the struts or the bracings of these three legs. So let's meet then. Bye bye.